All set. Racing. Caught them as one. Wind shear on the outside, bounces out okay. Tasteful TV hunting through towards the inside is going to take up the running though. Sky Data up into second placing, being followed along the rail by Talk to Me Shirley. Back in fourth position when they start to settle down is Wind Shear, caught just a little bit wide with VJ's Native back towards the rail. About 4 lengths covers them short of half a mile to travel. Tasteful TV is the leader. It's Tasteful TV going into the far turn, a length clear of Sky Data around Talk to Me Shirley. 2 lengths to Wind Shear, 5 off the lead, and at the tail of proceedings VJ's Native. Tasteful TV is going strongly in the lead, short of 5/16 to go. Increases her advantage to nearly 3 lengths over Sky Data. Wind Shear now being brought to the outsiders, starting to run on strongly into third spot from Talk to Me Shirley and VJ's Native. Tasteful TV with a big break into the stretch. It's Tasteful TV with an 1/8 of a mile to go, about 4 lengths clear from Wind Shear, who's only struggling. Sky Data in fact is still holding second, but it's a runaway win in the Charles Russell Handicap. Tasteful TV toying with her rivals, wins it brilliantly. In second placing Sky Data. VJ's Native gets up for third, clear of Talk to Me Shirley, and Wind Shear has come in at the tail. Tasteful TV, a brilliant winner of the Charles Russell Handicap. The time 1:09 and 1/5. Tasteful TV, a 4-year-old chestnut filly by Gustoso out of Yahonatan, bred by Clarkland Farm in Kentucky, raced by Jan Mason, Samantha Siegel, trained by Brian Mayberry, Barry Trinchard, the substitute trainer, and Joe Judice, the winning rider. Presenting the trophy for the feature race are Mrs. Charles H. Russell, Adam Russell, Ethan Russell, and Linda and Casey Matson. Placings become official. 2, 4, and 5, the $5 exacta, $76 even. Line taking good shape. Threepenny bit the last. All set. Racing. Threepenny bit a fraction slow to go. Great start though. Going fast in the centre is Teresa Mack to move to the early lead. There's a wall of them chasing her, including Aurora Winners, who's rushing down the outside to work into second placing. My Sweet Barbara's going to be up third as they run through the clubhouse turn, followed by Little Ricky S, caught a little bit wide. Present moment, 4th and 5th along the rail. About 2.5 lengths to Fountain Lake, and 4 lengths last is Threepenny Bit. Teresa Mack is the leader into the back stretch, short of 3/4 of a mile to go by a half length over Aurora Winners. They clamp on the speed and dash away 5 lengths clear. In third position over the back stretch is My Sweet Barbara. 2.5 further back, Little Ricky S covering present moment. Fountain Lake is 3 lengths away, and a big long break of about 12 or 15 lengths to Threepenny Bit. Over past the half mile they go. Teresa Mack not being given much peace in front here. Aurora Winners making the favourite work, and they're clear by 6 lengths. In third position, My Sweet Barbara, followed by Little Ricky S. Present moment giving them a healthy start, about 12 lengths from the leading pair. Further back in the field is Fountain Lake and Threepenny Bit. Down towards the quarter pole they come. Aurora Winners on the outside of Teresa Mack. They've gone hard throughout. 2.5 lengths away and starting to close the gap is Little Ricky S along the rail. My Sweet Barbara coming to the outside. Teresa Mack is the first beaten. Down past the 8th pole. My Sweet Barbara moves up and grabs the lead. Little Ricky S is slicing through a needle eye opening. Down the outside, Present Moment with a late run. Little Ricky S gets the split. Takes the lead from My Sweet Barbara, who's battling on, but Little Ricky S a fraction too good. Little Ricky S in a thriller from My Sweet Barbara and Present Moment. Behind them, Fountain Lake, Aurora Winners, Teresa Mack beaten at the top of the lane. Threepenny Bit last throughout. Time on the race, 1:38 flat. The 7/8 split, 1:24 and 3/5. Little Ricky S coming back victorious. A 3-year-old grey filly by Runaway Groom out of Norelia. Bred in Florida by the owner, Donald R. Disney. Bob Wingfield is the winning trainer. Lisa Holmes, the assistant trainer. Alan Patterson, the rider. Presenting the trophy to the winning connections after today's San Jose Breeders' Cup Handicap is one of Northern California's most prominent owners and breeders, Mrs. Constance S. Wilson. Mrs. Wilson is a valuable part of the breeding industry with her farm in Solvang. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm welcome for Mrs. Constance S. Wilson. Now the result of the 8th is official. 6, 4 and 1, the official placings, with the $5 exacta paying out at $226 even. The favourite, Soweto, moving up. They're all set. Stand by for a start. Racing. Soweto out wide, jumps away only fairly. In fact, Hansen quickly takes a hold of the favourite and angles back behind the bulk of the field. Going fast down the middle of the track is Eagle Magic in search of the lead. Time to Pass is showing a good turn of foot to be up second, followed by Charmineer into a good early spot. A length further back in the field is Infamous Deed up fourth on the rail as they race through the clubhouse turn from Majestic Isle. Christoph a little wide, and 4 lengths to Soweto, ridden quietly in the early part as Eagle Magic just shades Time to Pass. Into the back stretch, only a head or so between this pair with Charmineer 1 away third. Similar break to Infamous Deed being followed by Christoph, a length and a half to Majestic Isle, and 3 to Soweto, who's about 10 lengths from the leader, which is Time to Pass along the inside. Time to Pass just has the head in front of Eagle Magic as they race over in the direction of the far turn. Charmineer camped right on their hammers is running third. Fourth along the fence is Infamous Deed. 2 lengths away is Christoph, being followed by Majestic Isle, who's about 6 off the lead, and 2 lengths further back is Soweto, who's about to come to the outside and be sent forward by Hansen in a big rush. As they come down towards the quarter pole, the leader is Time to Pass narrowly over Eagle Magic. Charmineer, followed on the rail by Infamous Deed. Soweto is coming around the outside. Christoph pushing him a little wide as they straighten up. The leader narrowly is Time to Pass. Time to Pass just in front from Charmineer down the outside. Infamous Deed is sneaking through along the rail. Soweto can't get to them, I don't think. Time to Pass is the leader in the round table, being tackled by Infamous Deed along the rail. Infamous Deed and Time to Pass split the wire. It's desperately close. Either Time to Pass or Infamous Deed. It could go either way with Charmineer third. Behind them, Majestic Isle, followed further back by Christoph and then Soweto, who died on his run, and Eagle Magic last of all. It's a very close photo. Here's the winner. Number 2, Time to Pass, gets the photo. From number 1, Infamous Deed. And number 4, Charmanier is third. Unofficially, 2, 1 and 4. Time for the race, 1:36 and 3. The 7/8 split, 1:24 flat. The winner of a thrilling round table handicap is Time to Pass, a 3-year-old bay gelding by Time to Explode out of Parsifal, bred in Kentucky by Northwest Farms, raced by Jolly 4 Stable. Bud Klokstad is the trainer, and Gary Boulanger, the winning rider. Presenting a trophy to the winning connections of today's round table handicap is Mr. George McDermott, a member of the Board of Directors of the Alameda County Fair. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm welcome for Mr. George McDermott as we congratulate the connections of Time to Pass, the winner of the feature today, the round table handicap. That result is official now. 214, the official result, with the $5 exacta paying $107.50. San Francisco Handicap. Blaze O'Brien about to join them. All in. Racing. Restless Con near the inside, the first to hit the ground. Music Prospector jumps away quite cleanly. Blaze O'Brien likewise. Something different showing good speed down the outside, and Rivermaster going through between horses to be close handy. Rudy's Fantasy about fourth as they greet the judges with 1 circuit left to go, where it's Restless Con the leader. Restless Con by a length to Something Different. Rivermaster running third from Rudy's Fantasy on the inside of Blaze O'Brien. Variety Road forced 4 wide around the clubhouse turn. Over towards the inside as Music Prospector saving ground around that bend, followed by Laxey Bay, and 4 lengths off last is Theatrical Charmer. Restless Con racing away from the rail, has the head in front narrowly, but Something Different getting through within a half length of him now, with Rivermaster 1 away third. 4 lengths away is Rudy's Fantasy, followed by Variety Road still out wide. Blaze O'Brien midfield between horses from Laxey Bay on the outside of Music Prospector, and 4 lengths off last is Theatrical Charmer. A dozen lengths covers the field as the San Francisco Handicap goes past the far turn. Something Different on the inside draws ahead clear now from Restless Con, who again revs up on the outside and takes command. It's Restless Con in a keen duel here with Something Different. Rivermaster third, a length to Rudy's Fantasy being pulled to the outside to start a run, followed by Laxey Bay trailing up nicely. Just behind them, Blaze O'Brien about 4 lengths off the lead, and Music Prospector is back along the rail. Many chances here as they come towards the 8th pole. Hitting the front is Restless Con again, about to be grabbed by Rudy's Fantasy. Rudy's Fantasy gets the head in front from Restless Con, who's battling away. Then Rivermaster. Rudy's Fantasy is the leader, close to home. Rudy's Fantasy's going to win. Rudy's Fantasy defeats Restless Con. Rivermaster third, followed behind them by Theatrical Charmer, making many lengths late. Laxey Bay just behind them with Blaze O'Brien and Something Different. Long break to Variety Road and Music Prospector last of all. Winner of the San Francisco Handicap is Rudy's Fantasy, bred in Kentucky by Flaxman Holdings Limited. He's a 4-year-old bay colt by Nureyev out of Rainbow's Edge, owned by Lord Gordon White, trained by Richard Cross Jr., the substitute trainer Jim Hilling, and the rider Luis Ortega. Presenting a trophy to the winning connections of today's San Francisco Handicap is Mr. John Schroeder, president of the Derby Club. The Derby Club is a charity organisation which supports Horsepower, a group that provides equine services to handicapped children. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm welcome for Mr. John Schroeder. Result of the 8th is official. 3, 2 and 5. The $5 exacta is a payout of $510. The daily triple today for the $2 investment pays $138.80 on the combination of 3, 7 and 3. The winner's circle with the winning jockey, Luis Ortega, is Brian Beach, the host of the new Bay Meadows radio program, Bay Meadows Today.
Thank you, Michael. Luis, first of all, tell us about your trip out there. It looked like they were going a little slow up front.
Going slow, I got good position all the way, I don't worry, I think I got a lot of horses all the way, and the triple action to pick it all, feeling well, I hit a couple times this stretch and it responded,
You've had good success with this horse. You're now undefeated, 3 for 3. What's the key?
I don't know, but you're running good for me. I'm glad right today.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Luis Ortega aboard the winner, Rudy's Fantasy.
Post time for the 9th race, 5:17. The 6th race, about to be decided. Amy's Best joins them. All set. Racing. California Starlet near the inside with Riverbank Kid and Anticipatory out wide, the first 3 away. In Morning Light is going very fast up into the firing line, followed into stride by Postal Express and Amy's Best, Slapsy, Maxi, Tasso Gold, and Temperance Spirit is last of all. They're strung out over a dozen lengths with half a mile left to go. California Starlet leads Anticipatory by a neck. In Morning Light a close third, a length to Riverbank Kid, 2 further back Postal Express, being followed by Amy's Best, urged edged along. 4 lengths break to Slapsy Maxi. Tasso Gold giving them a big start. Temper and Spirit 3 off last. Down the side 5/16 to go. Along the inside California Starlet just in front of Anticipatory. Riverbank Kid hot on their heels, third at the quarter pole. Followed after 2 by In Morning Light, and then a good long break. Slapsy Maxi and Amy's Best into the stretch. 3/16 to go. California Starlet still in battle here with Anticipatory. Anticipatory now has the better of California Starlet and takes the lead. On the outside, Riverbank Kid is giving chase. Anticipatory leads with a 16th to go. Riverbank Kid is trying desperately to get on terms. Anticipatory clinging on. Anticipatory will hold them at bay. Anticipatory wins by a neck to Riverbank Kid. California Starlet falls into third, just in front of In Morning Light. Followed on the outside there by Tasso Gold and Slapsy Maxi. Further back is Amy's Best and Temper and Spirit and last Postal Express. In the winner's circle, number 7, Anticipatory. Bred in California by Rancho Hanata. Raced by George W. Couch III. Trained by Lenny Shoemaker, Sergio Ledesma, the assistant trainer. Russell Baze, the winning rider. That's Russell's 3rd win of the day. Third placing after the photo goes to 2 California Starlet. 7, 4 and 2, the complete placings. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting a trophy on behalf of the California Thoroughbred Sales Company to the winning connections of today's fillies division of the Presidio Sales Stakes is Mr. Tom Bachman. Mr. Bachman owns and operates Pegasus Ranch in Petaluma and is a member of the board of directors for the California Thoroughbred Breeders Association. Time on the race, 1:11 and 2/5, as the result becomes official at 7, 4 and 2. The $5 exacta pays $177 even. Stan's Treasure moves up. Spin Bow the last. All set. Racing. Oh, how spicy out wide, one of the first to go. Jinsky, Silver and Treasure Express just about get the best of it near the inside. Showing speed shortly after the start is King of Reason, followed between horses by Stan's Treasure. Out a bit wide on the track is Silver Stan going forward to about 5th spot. Followed a bit further back in the field by Cosmo Reef. Getting back towards the inside is Pay Rack. And a bit further back in the field is Dan McHugh with Baby's Ballet dropping out last of all. Treasure Express leads around the far turn, a length and a half to Jinsky Silver. Running third is King of Reason, followed by Stan's Treasure out very wide. Oh, how spicy in Bother, got a check. Over on the rail then at the head of the others is Spin Bow starting to come into the picture, moves up third. And further astern as Pay Rackers heads a turn for home. 3/16 to go and Treasure Express straightens up a half length clear of Silver Stan on the outside, issuing a strong challenge now. And 2 lengths away is Spin Bow. Silver Stan on the outside tackling Treasure Express, who's not done with yet. A 16th to go. Treasure Express kicking on very strongly. Treasure Express just the leader from Silver Stan. Spin Bow makes a late dive, but Treasure Express has lasted. Treasure Express from either Spin Bow or Silver Stan. In behind them, Pay Rack, followed home by Jinsky Silver. A bit further back in the field then is King of Reason, followed then by Cosmo Reef. Long break to Oh How Spicy and Baby's Ballet and Dan McHugh. Here come the numbers. 2 is the winner. Number 2, Treasure Express. From 11, Spin Bow. And number 10, Silver Stan. Unofficially, 2, 11 and 10. The inquiry is one instigated by the stewards. concerning the first 2 place getters. There is a steward's inquiry pending. Please hold all tickets. The inquiry surrounds the first 2 place getters. We have advice of a late riding change in the 8th. Would you note that number 3, Sweet Nurse, will be ridden by Donnie Miller. Donnie Miller, at 3 pounds over, is the new rider for number 3, Sweet Nurse, in the 8th race. Now, as things stand, Treasure Express is the winner. Treasure Express in the winner's circle, a 2-year-old chestnut gelding by Tantul out of Lashona Tov, bred by Harris Farms Incorporated in California, raced by Mountain High Stable, prepared by Brian Webb, Mike Bray, the assistant trainer, winning jockey Rafael Mesa. We're pleased to welcome back to the winner's circle Mr. Tom Bachman. Mr. Bachman, on behalf of the California Thoroughbred Sales Company, is presenting the trophy to the winning owners of Treasure Express. Mr. Bachman, a member of the Board of Directors of the California Thoroughbred Breeders Association. $3,169. Last to join them is Cape Ludke, and they're set to go. Ready for the Saratoga Handicap. 6 furlongs. Racing. Blackjack Road near the inside, one of the first into stride. In the centre, Goldcrest Express off the mark in a big hurry. Blue-Eyed Danny is going fast. It's a line of 3. 2 lengths to Magic Prospect. Inside Ambessa, followed by Zig and Zag and Cape Ludke. Blackjack Road leads just over half a mile to go by a neck. In second position is Blue-Eyed Danny, followed after a length and a half by Goldcrest Express. Magic Prospect running 4th on the rail in front of Ambessa, who's 5 lengths off the leader, and 2.5 to the last pair, namely Cape Ludke in company with Zig and Zag. Down the side with 5/16 to go in the Saratoga Handicap, and Blackjack Road is still in front by a neck or so to Blue-Eyed Danny. Goldcrest Express now easing 3 wide for a crack at that pair, and 4 lengths away Magic Prospect. Ambessa is under pressure as they come around the bend, and still 5 off the leader, which is Blackjack Road as they straighten up. It's Blackjack Road in front with an 1/8 to go by a neck or so to Goldcrest Express, the widest runner. Blue-Eyed Danny still there between them, and Cape Ludke making ground near the rail. Blackjack Road is the leader. Cape Ludke finishing fast along the fence. Blackjack Road fading, about to be grabbed by Cape Ludke. Cape Ludke gets up to win in a photo from Blackjack Road. Third is a photo between Blue-Eyed Danny and Goldcrest Express. Ambessa behind them with Magic Prospect and Zig and Zag. It's a photo. 7-1-2 unofficially. The winner, Cape Ludke, bred in Kentucky by Mrs. J.G. Jones Sr., is a 4-year-old bay gelding by native royalty out of Classic Robbery, raced by J.A. and Nancy Duffy, trained by Mike Chambers, the assistant trainer, Mitchell Ravelich, and Racer Bill, the winning rider. Blackjack Road second, Blue-Eyed Danny in third position in the time of 1:09 flat. In the winner's circle, Presenting a trophy to the winning connections of today's Saratoga Handicap is Mr. Ted Berlin, Director of Guest Relations for the Fairmont Hotel, and his wife Ruth. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm welcome for Ted and Ruth Berlin. Here are the fractions on the 8th race. The quarter, 21 and 4. Number 8 is in need of a tongue tie. They're all in the gates, however. And they're racing. In the centre of the line, Classy Women the first to go. Classy Women quickly sailing across to take up the lead. From Sentimental Eyes, Annual Reunion, Classy Missy and Pandorga going fast along the inside to be close handy. Break to the other trio, Daring Doon running 6th out of the stretch, followed by Sweet Roberta. And last is Beautiful Legend. Classy Women is the leader, running out of the stretch with 7/8 to go. And it's Classy Women by a length to Pandorga on the inside of Annual Reunion, well placed. A length and a half away in 4th position is Appealing Missy, being followed in 5th then by Sentimental Eyes. A break of some 4 lengths after Daring Doon. After 3 comes Beautiful Legend, and Sweet Roberta ridden patiently by Baze is last of all. And the field is stringing out now as Classy Women sneaks away by 4 lengths along the back. Annual Reunion now giving chase, moves to second around Pandorga. 2 and a half Appealing Missy, 4 to Sentimental Eyes, followed by Daring Doon. And still 6 lengths to the other pair. Sweet Roberta is giving the leader 15 lengths. And Beautiful Legend is back keeping her company as the Hillsborough Handicap field moves around the far turn. It's Classy Women in front. Classy Women travelling strongly for Nakatani. 3 lengths clear of Annual Reunion, Pandorga, Appealing Missy. Followed 5th along the rail by Daring Doon, and then Sentimental Eyes, and Sweet Roberta will have to do a super job. Around the turn for home, the leader is Classy Women, and she's out on her lonesome. Nakatani has a 6 lengths clear, in fact, from Appealing Missy. Annual Reunion well beaten, followed down the outside by Sweet Roberta, making late ground, but it's Classy Women clear, coming down past the 16th. She's getting very tired. Appealing Missy taking ground off her. Classy Women stopping to a walk. Appealing Missy lunging late. Appealing Missy, Classy Women. Classy Women falls into win. In a photo, Classy Women narrowly over Appealing Missy and Daring Doon. Behind them is Sentimental Eyes, followed by Sweet Roberta, then Pandorga, Annual Reunion, and Beautiful Legend last. Five the winner. Classy Women is first. From number 2, Appealing Missy, and 7, Daring Doon. Unofficially, 5, 2 and 7 in the time of 1:43 and 1/5. Classy Women victorious in this year's Hillsborough Handicap. She's a 3-year-old bay filly by relaunch from Aaron Lass, bred in Kentucky by V.H. Winchell, raced by W.J. and Donna Herrick, trained by Daryl Vienna, and ridden by Corey Nakatani. In the winner's circle, presenting a trophy to the winning connections of today's Hillsborough Handicap, is the Vice Mayor of Hillsborough, Jean Auer. Jean is accompanied in the winner's circle by her husband Carl. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm Bay Meadows welcome for Jean and Carl Auer. The result is official, 5, 2 and 7, the official numbers, with the $5 exacta paying $76.50. The $2 daily triple today on the numbers 1, 2 and 5, $300.60. Post time for the 9th, 5:07. There are no changes. Is Brian Beach, host of the new Bay Meadows radio program, Bay Meadows Today. And Brian has with him winning jockey of the Hillsborough Handicap, Corey Nakatani.
All right, thank you, Michael. Corey, this is becoming a familiar sight. You here in the winner's circle with stakes races at Bay Meadows. Tell me about this out there. Looked like you had about 3 different bursts of speed.
Yeah, she's a filly that does pretty much what you wanted to do, and I just wanted to get ahead of them and then let her relax and turn her for home, open up on them, and then just, you know, let her run an easy race instead of making it a hard one over.
She was getting a little tired down the lane.
She was getting a little tired, but what she was doing was relaxing. I think she can go farther than this. She's kind of a little green still on what to run early and when to run late and things like that. And she really did it good, and I want to thank the trainer, Dale Vienna, for letting me ride her.
Maybe one of the most important parts of the race was right on the turn for the backstretch when you kind of snuck away from the rest of the pack, and then you were able to give her a little bit of a breather.
I think that was one of the winning points of the race, because I was trying to slow her down a little bit too much, I thought, and then I just let her go ahead and do what she wanted to do and get her to relax. And then when I turned her around to home, I just had her open up on him again, I think, because the horse come up on the outside of me. And I just let her open up on him and kind of give her an easy race.
All right, congratulations. The winning jockey, Corey Nakatani.
Thank you.
All set. Ready now. Racing. Love Conquers All near the inside, wins the start from Erin Tree. Teresa Mack third at the end of a furlong. Over on the rail is Malice Stride, being followed down the stretch by Nasty Temptation. And dropping out to be last of all through the clubhouse turn is Fountain Lake. 7 lengths from Love Conquers All, who sets the early pace. Up the side and Love Conquers All, 1.5 lengths Erin Tree. Similar break, Teresa Mack. Malice Stride going forward on the rail, actually edging past the favourite Teresa Mack. 2 lengths to Fountain Lake, getting up along the inside of Nasty Temptation. 6 lengths covers the field, 5/8 of a mile to go in the Santa Clara. Love Conquers All in front by a 1/2 length to Erin Tree. Teresa Mack travelling sweetly for Chapman, running third on the outside of Malice Stride. They're actually racing in pairs because Nasty Temptation is back, keeping Fountain Lake company. Over past the 1/2 mile, Love Conquers All just the leader from Erin Tree. No appreciable change in the pattern. Malice Stride, Teresa Mack is still third and fourth into the far turn, and that break of a couple of lengths to Fountain Lake. Lake. Dropping out to be last is Nasty Temptation. Running down the side, and Errant Tree moves up and shoots to the lead. Errant Tree trying to pinch at 5/16 to go. Teresa Mack in hot pursuit though. Chapman winding her up and getting up within 3/4 of a length of the leader. Malastride over on the fence is running third. Love Conquers All is dropping out, and then Fountain Lake into the stretch. Teresa Mack is giving chase to Errant Tree. Errant Tree still the leader narrowly from Teresa Mack, followed by Malastride and Fountain Lake. Errant Tree is running a bold bid for victory at the 16th. She's still in front, clinging to a narrow lead over Teresa Mack, who's grinding home. Errant Tree just the leader. Teresa Mack trying desperately to get to her. They hit the wire. It's a photo. Maybe Teresa Mack. She's on the outside. That'll probably give her the nod over Errant Tree in a close photo. Third either Malastride or Fountain Lake, followed then by Nasty Temptation, and last is Love Conquers All. It's a photo. Teresa Mack from number 3, Errant Tree. A further photo for third. Number 4, the winner. Teresa Mack, successful in the Santa Clara Invitational Handicap. She's a 3-year-old bay daughter of Moscow Ballet and Shane Maguire. Bred in California and raced by Harris Farms Incorporated. Trained by Greg Gilchrist, ridden by Tom Chapman. Doubles for both Gilchrist and Chapman on today's card. The winning time, 1:36 and 2/5. Third after the photo goes to Malastride number 2, with 6 Fountain Lake fourth. That result is official, 4-3-2 the official numbers. In the winner's circle, presenting a trophy to the winning connections of today's Santa Clara Invitational Handicap is prominent San Francisco attorney David Whitehead. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm Bay Meadows welcome for Mr. David Whitehead. Now the $5 exacta payout is $37.50. And the $2 daily triple, paying on the numbers 2, 6, and 4, returns $346.40. Line good. Starter holding them. Racing. You're in luck near the inside, commences quite well. Ice in Space is dropping out to be last of all. Now going very hastily as time to pass up in search of the lead. Native Boundary right down the outside with Infamous Deed showing good pace, and the outside pair crossing over now. They come down towards the judges' box on the first occasion. Native Boundary has his head in front of Infamous Deed, holding the inside running. Running up to third placing is Dominion Gold as they sweep through the clubhouse turn. Followed by Time to Pass, getting up along the inside. Stark South is caught 3 wide. The field is tightly bunched. Hokusai midfield about 5 lengths off the lead. Warfield next around Charmania. Big Blow, Track Monarch. You're in luck getting back next to last, and 5 to Ice in Space. Into the back stretch, and the leader here, Native Boundary by 3 3/4 of a length. Infamous Deed still holding the inside, running as second, followed by Dominion Gold. Stark South can't get on the track. Over on the fence next is Time to Pass. In close attendance there's Hokusai. They're very tightly bunched up in the Ascot. Next and caught out very wide in the run over the back is Warfield, clear of Charmania. Big Blow, Track Monarch is wide. 6 lengths further back is You're in Luck, about to be joined by Ice in Space as they turn down the side. Short of 3/8 of a mile to go. Native Boundary just the leader. Stark South with a solid bit on the outside. Ranges up to second, followed by Dominion Gold. Infamous Deed the rail. Further back as they come to the turners, Hokusai hooking to the extreme outside, and then Time to Pass into the stretch down towards the 8th pole, and the leader is Native Boundary, and he kicks away. Native Boundary accelerates and puts paid to Stark South, who can't go on. Infamous Deed again emerges to second. It's Native Boundary the leader by a length. Infamous Deed is coming home very strongly. Infamous Deed grabbing Native Boundary. It's a thriller. They hit the wire on the outside. Infamous Deed just gets there. Infamous Deed in a thriller from Native Boundary. Third probably Hokusai in front of Stark South and Track Monarch. Then Ice in Space. Further back is Charmania, followed well back by Big Blow and You're in Luck. Long way back in the field is Time to Pass. Warfield, one of the last to complete the course with Dominion Gold. Now those numbers disappear from the screen. So please stand by. Confirming 11, 12, 6. They are the unofficial numbers. Infamous Deed winning the Ascot Handicap, a 3-year-old bay colt by Shadid from Respect the Flag, bred in Kentucky by Three Chimneys Farm and Wooden Horse Investments, raced by Sydney Field, trained by Paul Norter and ridden by Ron Warren Jr. In the winner's circle, presenting a trophy to the connections of today's winner, Infamous Deed, is Mr. Raymond Dabber, Chairman of the Board Emeritus of the California Jockey Club. And let me get my binoculars and have a look at who else is in attendance down there on the far left. IG, we are honoured here at Bay Meadows today on Ascot Handicap Day, because if my 10x50s don't deceive me, we're in royal company. His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales also on hand. Now the result of the Ascot Handicap is official. 11, 12 and 6. With the $5 exacta paying $596.50. Today's triple for $2 on the numbers 7, 4 and 11, $565.20. Now in the winner's circle with Ron Warren Jr., ladies and gentlemen, is Brian Beach, the host of Bay Meadows Today.
Thank you, Michael. Ron, tell me about the trip. There was some bumping going on behind you, but you were out in front and away from all that trouble.
Yeah, fortunately, I took this horse a little bit out of his game plan today by letting him run away from the gate. I don't really think he's his best doing that, but the way it's set up, being in an 11 hole, we had to do that today, and it made him into the bit a little bit, so I had to hold him pretty good. And actually, it turned out to be a good sign because, like I said, there's a lot of bumping in behind me and stuff, and I was able to sit back and hold my position because I had plenty of horse and was able to avoid all that. And that's one reason why we asked him to run away from there, so that situation wouldn't occur to us.
How about the stretch run? Did you feel like you were getting to the 12 horse?
Well, when I first hit him left-handed and came out a little bit, he threw his ears up and wasn't sure that I was going to get by him because he didn't lay it down. But when I switched back and hit him right-handed, got a little closer to that other horse, he showed his gameness and his competitiveness and winning and run by him.
Well, it was a head bob in the round table and a head bob here. This one's 100 and you got it.
Yeah, this one's a little better for us, sure.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Winning jockey Ron Warren.
Thank you, Brian. Looking at the 9th race. In one of the first into stride. Valentine Ladder's going very fast down the outside, and it's the despised outsider leading the charge into the clubhouse turn. Valentine Lad putting on plenty of pace, kicks a couple of lengths clear, in fact, from Rocket Gibraltar. Zin now drops back third, a length and a half to Rum Isle, and 3 off last is the favourite Run on the Bank, spotting this tearaway leader some 10 or 12 lengths. Up towards the back stretch, 3/4 of a mile to go, and Valentine Lad is setting a hot tempo. Leads along the back by 6 lengths. Rocket Gibraltar is running second, a length and a half to Zin, followed after 2 1/2 by Rum Isle, and a similar gap off last is Run on the Bank. Valentine Lad clear along the back, about 4 or 5 lengths to Rocket Gibraltar. Now Zin is getting through along the inside as Rocket Gibraltar lugs away from the rail. Zin now strides up second, 2 lengths away fourth is Rum Isle, and at the rear of Proceedings is Run on the Bank. Up towards the far turn, and Valentine Lad has set a true speed in front. It's Valentine Lad leading around that far corner, 4 or 5 lengths. The rest of the field is packing up, getting to second now, right through along the inside as Run on the Bank. Now DeSormo hooks the favourite away from the rail, and he gobbles up the leader in a stride. A big move by Run on the Bank to take command at the top of the stretch with 1/4 of a mile to go. Rum Isle in hot pursuit now works up second, followed by Valentine Lad, Rocket Gibraltar, and Zin drops out a bad last. Into the stretch, Run on the Bank is under plenty of pressure. Rum Isle way out in the middle of the track, may have had his head in front now. Rocket Gibraltar coming through along the inside. Run on the Bank is battling back. Rocket Gibraltar the inside takes the lead, 50 yards to go, and Rocket Gibraltar starting to draw away with the final 14, scores over a length to Run on the Bank. Third home is Rum Isle. Good long break to the other pair, Valentine Lad, and last to complete the course is Zin. Won the winner, Rocket Gibraltar. Up along the rail for Russell Baze. Too strong for number 3, Run on the Bank, and Rocket Gibraltar returns to the winner's circle. A 4-year-old bay gelding by Distant Rider out of Creative Pursuit. Bred in California by G.A. Sanders, owned by Morning Star Trust. Gary Sherlock puts the polish on Rocket Gibraltar. Substitute trainer Lenny Shoemaker. And the victorious jockey, Russell Baze. While your attention is still directed towards the winner's circle, presenting the trophy to the connections of today's West Regional of the Final 14 winner is Mr. Steve Urban, the creator and organizer of the National Final 14 tournament. Steve is joined in the winner's circle by his wife Dorothy. Bay Meadows extends a warm welcome to Steve and Dorothy Urban. The result is now official. 1, 3 and 4, the official numbers. $5 exacta, $55. The final time, 1:42 and 3. In the winner's circle, ladies and gentlemen, is the entire jockey colony here at Bay Meadows, who are assembling to honour Ron Warren Jr., this year's recipient of the Jack Robinson Award, And to tell us all about it, the host of Bay Meadows today, Brian Beach.
Jockey Jack Robinson died of injuries sustained in a spill at the Solano County Fairgrounds in Vallejo. He was attempting to help another rider who was in trouble. Respected and admired by all who knew him, Robinson's death was certainly a loss to racing. In 1974, to keep the memory of the legendary jockey alive, the Northern California Turf Riders Association, in cooperation with Bay Meadows, established the Jack Robinson Memorial Award. This award annually goes to a rider whose professionalism on and off the track best serves the sport of horse racing in Northern California. As you can see by the list of names inscribed on the bust of Jack Robinson here in the winner's circle, the list of past winners is a virtual who's who of Bay Area racing personalities. Bay Meadows and the Northern California Turf Riders Association are proud to present the 1991 Jack Robinson Memorial Award to Ron Warren Jr., who's matured from a young apprentice in 1983 into an outstanding race rider and respected individual. Making the presentation is jockey Tim Ducey, the 89 recipient, and Dee Dee Robinson, the clerk of the course here at Bay Meadows and daughter of Jack Robinson, along with the president of Bay Meadows, James P. Kahn.
Warm Night completes the line for the San Mateo Juvenile Stakes. Racing. Northern Track near the inside, one of the first to commence. Warm Night on the outside, jumps away cleanly. Don's Terry going fast in the centre. And the favourite Northern Track, beaten for pace, drops in third on the rail. Old Top Hat is outside of him. And 2.5 last, Zondheimer. 5 lengths covers them. Don's Terry just in front of Warm Night with half a mile to go. Old Top Hat is 2 lengths away third. Northern Track is fourth on the rail, just being pushed along a touch by Gonzalez. And Zondheimer coming 3 wide around that pair to start a run. Around the far bend they go, and Don's Terry travelling smoothly in the lead, a half length clear of Warm Night. The favourite Northern Track drops back to last. Old Top Hat and Zondheimer work past him. Only about 3 lengths covers them by the same token. With a 1/4 mile to go, they jam up tight, and the field of 5 comes to the bend. There's a fall. Old Top Hat down. Old Top Hat loses the jockey, Donnie Miller, at the top of the stretch. Into the lane now, and the leader is Don's Terry. In second position, battling away, Warm Night, followed by Zondheimer down the outside. Northern Track can't win. Don's Terry clear. A 16th to go. A dead heat last start. An outright win today for Don's Terry. Don's Terry wins the first about 4 lengths. Warm Night is second. Zondheimer third. Northern Track is the last to complete the course. Here's the riderless Old Top Hat coming down past the wire now. Ambulance attendants quickly on the scene to attend to the fallen jockey Donnie Miller at the quarter pole. 5 is second. Warm Night. Your attention, please. There is an inquiry, a steward's inquiry into the first race. Please hold all tickets. An inquiry pending. The unofficial winner, Don's Terry, back in the winner's circle. Don's Terry, a 2-year-old chestnut gelding by Finalista from Don Ares, bred in California by Frazee and Frazee Incorporated. raced by Tom Hall, Corrie and H.F. Hendricks and Gail Higley. Lynette Baldwin trains Don's Terry, who was ridden today by Racer Bill. Making the presentation to the winning connections of the San Mateo Juvenile Stakes, the Vice President and Assistant General Manager here at Bay Meadows, Mr. Rod Fraser.